Check that out. I'm going to wait for a few people to get here. As usual. Check that out. Yeah, all these carbide blades are things are fairly well cooked, but it's still cutting. Still cutting. Yeah, you can see that. Check that out. That's chinked right there. Chinked here and there. But it's still cutting. So let me put my gloves on. Check that out. Check that out. You can just go live right there. Who's here this morning? Who's here? Anybody? Everybody left? People came and they went? Just you, Ken? That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. You and me, buddy. Check this out. So these are blanks for the tools by the bajillion. I set up this little jig here with a stop so I can just cut it. And I've done it about 200 times now. There's probably a little more than 200 pieces here. All those. And all those. So 3/4 rod here. And this is 5/8 rod here. But I was kind of leery as to what to use to make the cuts. I didn't know, because I really don't want to spend too much time cutting, and some places were going to charge me a lot of money to make the cuts for me. This is a small shop in Clinton, actually. I will definitely message you, or send me a message and they'll remind me. I didn't know any down in the Fairfield County area. I went to a few in Portland. One guy laughed in my face. I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, oh. I was like, can you do this job? And he's like, no. Okay. Fine. Jerk. So, anyway, in case anybody wants to see how this works, so this saw is carbide toothed. Come on, focus. It wasn't focused earlier. There. His teeth are chinked. But I've gotten quite a bit of cutting out of it. So here's how the final cut goes. This is the last one out of like 200 cuts. there's a burr on this end, but not too much of one on this end. So the machine shop should be able to, I mean, in order to do this job, ideally you either need some kid that you're paying like less than minimum wage on a lunch hour type thing to do this, if you're doing it by hand. But if you're doing the CNC, you really need to know what you're doing, and you know, a lot of guys with the CNC setups actually quote too much money. So here we are. We've got a few hundred rods ready to rock. Just need to send these down to the machine shop. Once I deliver them, then it's in their ball court to stick these in the machine and get them done. I'm definitely hoping for a fairly fast turnaround on this. But who knows? Questions, comments? Just wanted to show what I was doing here, that we do actually have the metal for the rods. And I've got the sleeves in my car. I've got to put them on the chop saw too. I don't think I'm going to use this one. I might, but I have to make some cuts there. I got to set another stop because I ordered them too long. So I got to make 70 cuts there. Great. Any other questions, comments, guys? I mean, I'm fine with chatting with Ken all day, but I don't know if he wants to chat with me all day. Anything? Just came here to hang out? It's fine, too. I gotta get the air going and blast all this off. I can tell you what, after 200 cuts, I think this blade is cooked. I don't think it's good for much at this point. Probably just need to get new because I would sharpen that, but because of the way the actual brakes have gone, it's all the way through. It's not just an edge that came off. Oh well. Standard zinc plated rod, nothing crazy. Yeah, nothing crazy with the rod. You know, one of the engineer would look at that and say, well, you need Acme threaded rod, and that's hardened, and as it turns out, you don't. Like, not at all. At least not for this application. So we tried to use galvanized because that's what the original machinist had, and had a problem with that because the galvanized has a coating on it. So if you try to put a bright nut on a galvanized rod, it ain't going to work. So that's that. Yeah, Ken, send me a PM and remind me. I'm going to get this the rest of this done and packaged up for the machinist. And that'll be that. So, thanks, guys. We'll be in touch later if I find something to do that's at least somewhat interesting. Oh, you know what? While I'm out here, anybody want to see the shed? Who wants to see the shed? Just the shed. Some bars, some saws. And a few saws. So, later, Ken. There's the mill. And back to the chop here. So, anyway, Yeah, this is like $200 shipped. eBay. Not bad. Oh, you mean the shed? Yeah, well, yeah, they love to tax stuff like that. This I forget what the additional tax on this is. I'm half an acre, and I think 4,500 a year for taxes. So not too bad. There's my log hauler. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Be safe.